favors the offense.
They've been banking ults, but the longer they wait, the worse it is, because the DPS from Philadelphia are about to get there as well. Some nice peel coming back to deal with Gamsu, who just has Genji in his sights, but everyone's going to live through this. Primal not going to accomplish much. Striker continues to light up the board with opposing DPS.
Oh, that's a big deal, man. Wins the duel versus Carpe. Oh, EQ, the surprise slash, the dash to the face. And he's got his Dragon Blade once again, just waiting for the reset here if he's going to find an opening to get into this fight. Does have Gamsu in a bit of a tight spot. There's Neptuno to pick up the kill. And EQO now just contesting, dancing on the line with the rest of his team.
Might have been a little too patient there, waited a little long, spent a lot of time trying to deal with that Winston where he could have been on the point, looking for a little bit easier.
It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Maybe he's got something against casters. You know, just wants to make life difficult.
Who doesn't, really?
Nah, fair enough. Yeah. Well, here we go, man. The man we were talking about, the man in question, making sashimi out of 2 already, and a 3rd, and a 4th. All right, making a statement. EQO going to work.
It is that just aggression. He's definitely playing a more aggressive style of Genji than Shadowburn does play, and sometimes one's going to be right for the situation, sometimes the other.
I mean, we've got Striker on a bit of a mission over here. Nobody saw that, Striker. You're good with the blink. We got it. He's trying to get into the fight here. He's going to go ahead and say hello to EQO, and well, he's still got that pulse going. We will have the transuse by Philadelphia Fusion. Neptuno still halfway to the Nano.
Neptuno's able to take no down. Is out early in that fight. Here comes the Transcend from Boston. Need to get kills during this. They do. They get 2 huge kills during that.
Actually, that's going to really delay the nano boost. This could get dicey here for Philadelphia Fusion. Might be the turning point as we hear the music. The end credits are rolling, and now it's a matter of Boston Uprising securing this final point. EQO going to try to do the best that he can. 2 big kills for him. Could make the difference. He eventually falls to Neko, but that could have been the damage that ends this push.
Oh, he absolutely crushed it. Not only did he get the 2 kills, but he pushed everyone else back. They were hiding in the corner, not exactly where you want to be. Now it's desperation time, and they will clean it up. Philadelphia will hold here on 2nd point of Hanamura.
Heavy pulse rifle, so we'll see if that makes a difference as Fraggy is pondering the meaning of life up here on the top balcony. It is a beautiful map.
The Soldier can be very good with Ana. They work very well together when he gets the boost. Even without Visor, a boosted Soldier can absolutely cut up. The Striker goes down early here, and that is a lot of power out of this mix. He was such a standout player for Boston in their early part of this map as well. And there goes EQO, takes down the rest of Node.
Yeah, no, I'm loving this right now. They are moving on these priority targets. They're listening to their comms. That's so important. Node eventually gonna get hacked to bits there. No ult in play. EQO doesn't even need it, and now he's looking for those tasty supports. Reflects the grenade as well, and Calyx is out of the fight. Get out, Philadelphia Fusion say. It is a very quick 1st point take here for the Fusion.
Ana tastes her own medicine now. This is in snowball potential here. They don't need the entirety of the point. They only need 50%. EQO takes down Striker. Without Striker, it's hard to see Boston taking this.
Oh my god, man. This guy, he doesn't care. He just melees you to death. And he's going to get the follow-up as well. Here we go. The Dragon Blade in play. It does AoE damage. And Calyx barely gets back in time to stay alive. But that might be it. The turning point could be reached. Dream Casper got the tech visor, but Poco is there to turn it on his head. And while Philadelphia Fusion, now it's only a matter of time, and it is perfect. Flawless victory here for the Fusion on the 1st map. Unfortunately for him, doesn't work.
He's getting so much damage in though, too. Already barrage up at the ready. He's going for the flank. Oh, misses his concussion though. I think he wanted to go all the way around up over top.
Oh, that would have been so tasty. Instead, he's just going to fully commit to it. There is going to be the shield up, however, for Reinhardt, and so he will survive, or at least the Boston Uprising will behind their hardy tank. And, well, there it is. This is what also is so powerful about this triple tank. You get that Soldier in there with that biotic field. You're just healing everything along with Moira. So hard to get a kill, but Poco, with the self-destruct, living up to it, man. He does get 1 and 2 in the follow-up on Gamsu.
Yeah, Philadelphia threw both their support ultimates into this mix. Early on, a Transcend kept them in this fight, and now the Sound Bearer looks like it's going to be poised to have them cleaning up the fight. They do just that. Now, late self-destruct might mean that Kalios wants to get off of this Diva. Other than that, I'm not certain why that happened. Maybe trying to get a little more time on the point. He might be switching.
Log here in a moment. We'll see when he decides to throw it into the mix. Neko has got the coalescence burn in, and already we're gonna have EQO hacking him to bits in the back line, looking for Calyx. Not quite gonna close the distance, but he has dropped him very low.
EQO does get out of that mess a little bit. They've lost Carpe, they lost Fraggy. It is time to back out. You've gotten as much as you can. You're going to sit there at 50%. Time to regroup. And now it's where the economy just flipped back over to Boston's favor. Philadelphia spent so much on that first prolonged fight to win control of the point that they had nothing for that counter push on the way back. Now
to full HP. Whole Hog again. Dreamcasper also going to work on this Whole Hog. He is farming ults. Ow, that looked like it was going to be there. It's
not even surprising anymore to see Dreamcasper perform on any hero. His pool is so deep, and you can say, who's the best Roadhog in NA? Dreamcasper probably. You can put him in the conversation for nearly everything.
Well, we got EQO, you know, speak of the devil, he is here. He's already got his blade again. And so we'll see if he can find that opening here. Kind of getting batted around by the hammer. He's kind of dancing on the edge here. Will be able to sneak his way out just in the nick of time. Will dodge the coalesce as well. But they are starting to cut it a bit fine here. 83% gained for Boston Uprising. And so another good fight here for Philadelphia Fusion, and that's about it.
Philadelphia's never really regained the positioning that won them that first fight. They all were poking around, and they had the damage over the top. You can still do that with a dive composition and maybe get the flankers both in on one target at once. It seems like they're a bit scattered on these last couple of pushes, and it's really cost them.
Carpe's not going to be happy about that one. Split. Everybody's seen Interstellar here? Okay, cool. All right. Getting into it already. No time wasted whatsoever. You can see Kalios. Man, he's so farmed on energy. 2 great barriers from him being 70% and counting. And while his damage will ramp up, the more energy Zarya has, and yeah, now he's up to 100%. This guy is going to turn into a wrecking ball if he wants it.
Fraggy almost has Earth Shatter. That is what Fraggy does right there. The most aggressive Reinhardt in the history of Overwatch, past, present, probably future. Already just swinging through everybody. Oh, he's such a joy to watch. He's the final boss of Reinhardt's.
And then he gets the shield up as well. No dropping him. It's going to have to be the hard reset here for Boston Uprising as they get swept off the point. Take the fight to him! There we go! Another Earth Shatter, and again, it's almost... I mean, this is part of the plan, it seems. Fraggy just backs out immediately as it goes down.
Yeah, not enormous. That's an enormous shatter. Knocks 3 onto the ground, and the cleanup is there. Striker does eliminate himself from that fight, though. But Poco out of the mix, holding Graviton in spawn. Not where you want to be with that ultimate.
No, he is going to be able to run back, though, because it seems like his teammates are actually capable of stalling this. We will have to launch in already. Gamsu just trying to close that distance, and there we go. The flip coming in for Boston Uprising, and now we'll have to see if Philadelphia Fusion can do better than on the first point. Kalios will get the DMAC on EQ as well.
Yeah, there's no reason to stay on that point any longer. You're at 95%. You know, very safe by tossing the grab. You do not want to lose that grab in there. Casper's being backed up, but look at him. All eyes are on Poco from him, but the grab comes out anyway.
Coalescence is all over the place as well. Total chaos on this point. They are contesting still, but the self-destruct will come through here for EQO. Hammers are all over the place, going down as well. Well, we are just trading back and forth. They will be a couple getting split up. Somehow Neko does not survive. And that might be it. The turning point here where Philadelphia Fusion are going to get up to 99%, and now the pressure really ramps up on Boston.
And now they're just going to throw bodies into the point and hope for the best. Gamsu does end up hitting a charge onto Carpe. That is absolutely huge. Casper's still alive on the point. More tanks join in as the bubble commences. This one's not over yet, but the next kills have to go Boston's way.
Ooh, I like that self-destruct positioning, but he is not going to get anything out of it. Poco instead absorbs the damage. Doing the more. We have the coalescence coming through, and well, glad that we have the overview right now because this is just going to be 2 lines of battle clashing one into the other with the Rhines. There's the grab though, onto the side, the pin into the wall as well. Fraggy trying to capitalize, and Fraggy, he's nearly got his Earth Shatter, just now takes over, and he doesn't waste any time. Neko gets saved by his own. This is getting out of hand.
World of tanks in play. That Graviton hits nothing, but Gamsu ends up falling himself into it. He's getting harassed by Carpe. Solo does get cleaned up. Eventually, it turns all orange, and we're headed to a stage.
As we go into the final point of this map. But still, Winston can be fun with the Primal, so we'll see. How are they going to get that going? EQO back on the Genji. That is definitely a joy to see. And he spots the low HP target and just nicks him. Neko. He had a split second, but it's not going to be enough.
He barely even touched him. It's like he died from the wind, which was created from the dash on the way through. EQO cleaning up now. Will DMAC and delete Kalios on the swing back. And that is enough. He will pay his life for it, but first control goes over to Philadelphia.
It's like watching a car crash, man. You just saw him zero in. He's like...
They can play point.
Yeah, right over the top. Oh! All right, then. Gamsu having none of that. He definitely had some help from his teammates there, but that was a big play, completely shutting out EQO at the beginning of the fight. Dreamcasper now looking to go to work with the Tac Visor. Not quite finding the targets, however, that Trance taking his damage and stuffing it. Poco eventually falls, but that's only the one for that ult.
This is a fight that they better win. They just used both support ultimates into a Transcend and then Sound Barrier. Meanwhile, they haven't gotten any kills. A later Transcend for Boston equals a better Transcend. And Philadelphia used everything they had, and they will come away empty-handed.
Ooh, buddy, EQO just keeping it alive here, keeping it contested. Eventually falls, however. But that still means that they are trailing onto this poke.
They're getting points, that's for sure. So you live by the blade and you die by the blade with EQO. Very aggressive.
Philadelphia Fusion only 73 on the board. And so we've got Attack Visor, Dreamcasper ready to go as well, trying to be careful with that positioning.
Philadelphia's in the better position with DPS ults because they have the blade up and pulse bomb as well. No pulse bomb on the other side of things. They're going to get aggressive. Started off with a Transcend somewhere.
Yeah, starting up with the Transcend. That's going to possibly open things up for Dreamcasper as soon as it wears off. We'll see when he decides to come in. But instead, it's going to be Carpe with a monster pulse bomb, shutting him down, completely ruining it here for Boston.
Not only does he ruin it for Boston, he keeps his own team's ultimate economy.
And you're right, you know, EQO, he's been kind of hogging the spotlight. Carpe letting us know that he is still very much a threat. And well, Boston looking to get in here to try to contend. Will they be able to get a body onto the point? No, Gamsu tried to get around the corner, but he's going to be a split second too late. That will not happen.
So fast. Boombox already at 60%, but Boston's got a window here in which they can use Dragon Blade and get this point.
You've also got the self-destruct from Node, so keep that in mind. Straight onto the high ground. Node charging into the fight, into the fray, looking to do the work. Dreamcasper's there. Hack and slash. Picks up one. Gets into the back line for the squish, but he's not. Oh, he does the fadeaway on Carpe. There we go. Dreamcasper doing work.
Dreamcasper at 7 HP has to hide out. Does not hide out long enough. Boombox able to find him. Meanwhile, though, Boston has gotten a lot of pressure on this point. They've taken over the cafe, ordering lattes and taking names right now. And they will clean up the rest of it. First point will go to Boston Uprising.
Super solid. Sticking together and getting the job done. That exec is on his way to the...
They got their spawns. You don't want to give this up for free. The card does move pretty slow around this bend of the West world here.
That is one very well-constructed car. Note how Note is in like a 2-ton mech just stomping on the hood. No problem at all. Damn. Not even a scratch. All right, let's see. We get into the fight. There's certainly going to be a scratch here. EQO has got his blade. He's hunting. But Kellyx manages to get around the corner, only to get killed by Poco in the self-destruct. Not really getting too much out of that blade, EQO, but still just a bit of chaos.
He got the one target that he absolutely needed against this composition. He was able to get to the Moira, and now that's all the healing down. These tanks rely so heavily on it being clumped up like that. They need to get a couple more kills. Self-destruct will come out, but a beat on the other side of things. Fight not over yet.
No, they're still drawing this out. Carpe even here. He will be able to make it back in time. However, that is right on the edge. Not going to happen. Point 2 captured here for Boston Uprising, and they will certainly be making progress fairly quickly here to the third as they get the cleanup going as well.
Away because Coalescence charges so fast from the damage and the healing that Moira is able to put out. It also zones people out and makes sure that your Genji can't get in there, tanks are afraid, D.Va can't eat it up. Being a beam hero offers you so much versatility in who you can take down damage-wise.
Oh, there we go. Sound barrier is out. First hack, first slash. Already, Poco not going to be long for this world. And Dreamcasper, he will eventually. No, he gets knocked back.
Doesn't matter. Did enough on Boombox that his rest of his team is able to clean up. And since capturing first point, Boston has been unstoppable, unable to stem the bleeding as Philadelphia. They didn't change their comps a whole lot. They tried to run this dive comp the entire time. But dive comp only works if you're the...
Here. And well, we already have a change of strategy coming out here from Boston Uprising. I like to see it. Always excited when a McCree gets into the play, gets into the mix. The man is just going to start doing the damage. Although, that was a great call coming in immediately. EQO just commits to the fight. No shocker there, but his teammates follow up right behind him, and they are just running right over Boston Uprising right now.
Well, the notion of the McCree is to prevent the dive, because Flashbang's so good against Tracer and Genji if he takes a headshot, is always going to be in trouble after that, as Rinsing can clean it up. But where McCree struggles is being overwhelmed. McCree can deal, is one of the best 1v1 duelists in the entire game. 2v1, sometimes. All of that versus him? No, not a chance in the world. where the blade's donezo.
Happens to me all the time.
Getting stuck in a barstool.
No, this could be big. No, what? Oh, well, there was a pulse bomb. There was a dream. Unfortunately, some of them don't come true. Carpe, though, he's going to keep going to work, man. He doesn't stop because of that.
Still pushing all the way through, despite the false one, I think getting eaten up in that mix. They will continue to go through. Coalescence comes out to seal the deal. And that's one of those alts. As far as supports go, you got Sombra. You know, if you have it, use it, because you're going to get one quick. You play as a pure dive comp without even him doing anything, really, just existing.
A bit like how Widowmaker can change it in a blink of an eye. There we go, Carpe and EQO. But Carpe with the 2 monster kills, and he continues to do the damage. 3 kills for Carpe, and now he's going close quarters, and he pins Gams into the wall. No worries at all for this man in question. Striker desperate to get back into it, and he will. Able to buy a little bit more time here for his team. They are making progress. Oh my God, Carpe! Carpe! All right, let's see. And it's just so patient. He hits the headshot there as well. Continues. I don't think he's missed a shot yet. The man is a monster.
This is where Widow's so good, because how are you going to deal with this? You're not. You have to play on the cart constantly. No one can get back here to deal with this. They don't have the extra bodies to throw out there. So eventually, you're just going to get all picked off. Carpe shuts it down from the back line. That's the Widow play we're used to seeing on Hollywood Last. Eventually. So D.Va needs to be in there eating the damage orb so that your team doesn't have to worry about it.
Well, now it's all or nothing here for Boston Uprising. Once again, straight up the middle, straight up the gut. They're gonna get in here, and oh, Carpe's waiting for it. Gamsu pinned to the wall, hanging on by a thread. And Neko right now sweating bullets, trying to keep his tank alive. There's the Coalescence, and that might be the turning point here. Although the self-destruct chucked out in the open, the shield in the nick of time.
Both destructs out now. This has been all Boston's fight. Boko trying to bring it back just a little bit, though. The whole hog will push them up. They're popping all their tank ultimates. Can they finish this? Lucio, Calyx will go down. And the tank line for Philadelphia has come back to the point.
That was silly. Fraggy eventually, and there it is, the turning point. Eventually, they wear him out.
Look at where it forces them to play. As soon as they saw him do the grapple shot off the palm tree, they all go back in the corner. That allows Philadelphia to walk on the point and take the tank positioning.
So the man just doesn't miss any shots, Hex. That's becoming pretty clear here. Now he can get to see through walls as well. Fair enough. We will have the Coalescence coming out here. Neko generating one so quickly, but EQO going for it, and the kills are on Philly's side right now. They are making progress on this point. It's not going to be long before they collect this series win versus Boston Uprising. 3-0. Philly.
The distance to your advantage. Meanwhile, Dreamcasper trying to do a similar thing on his Widowmaker here.
No, and then EQO still finds his way into it. However, there will be a change of strategy here. EQO, sure, you got the kill, but then there's the res, and Dreamcasper's there to win the duel versus Neptuno. Running over the defense here. Boston Uprising looking very good so far.
Neptuno peeked there. He was behind the crates and I think ducking, and then he thought he was going to go for a shot against Widow. News, Widow's rifle is better than Ana's.
Yeah, well, you know, you learn this across different games, Hex, but it's generally a bad idea to jump from behind cover versus guys with really twitchy aim and quick reactions.
Ground. Now D.Va's going to have to pick a door to come in. Left side, one tank, and the rest are going to come in through right side. This is the last decent fight.
Striker doing a good job of just building up that pulse bomb as quickly as possible. We'll get the D-Mech onto Poco, and another kill coming in for him on the mini D.Va. Just relentless right now. 5 minutes 36 in the bank here for Boston Uprising. This has been a blindingly fast first 2 points picked for the offense.
This is ridiculous. And this is the area that I said that Widow can set up on. Maybe not where the cart is now, but you want Widow here or at the perch behind her. Yeah, I do like that Philadelphia switched over to a Widow, because if you get your Widow set up here and you don't have an answer, well, that is answer deleted as Carpe gets headshot.
That was spicy. That was spicy. Oh God! Get out, EQO, he dashes in, eventually will not find the kill. Gamsu there with the peel, keeping his Widow alive.
It's a really great bait, though, to make sure that he kept after him for Dreamcasper, because Dreamcasper saw that he had his Mercy with him. There's no way he's going to end up dying to that, gets all the damage he needs, finishes him with a melee. This kill feed has been white the majority of this map, and they're going to have to switch it orange if they have any hope. They do not, can't even get out of spawn. An amazing offense from the Boston Uprising.
He's kind of caught in the corner here. Oh, had an opportunity perhaps to really jump in on Dreamcasper, but Dreamcasper, he has got Striker there to watch his back. He's not alone, but EQO does get the D-Mech on no. Dreamcasper, however, will find the kill on him. And so now Carpe has to come up big here to try and turn the tide. He needs to get a kill on one of these DPS. And while he's hunting right now, he's hunting for Note, but he doesn't quite connect.
Meanwhile, Dreamcasper has the ability to see through walls right now. It has not helped him so far. EQO does go off, finds Kelix, so that is a huge kill on the supports. And now, oh, does he not have a dash ready? No. And Dreamcasper will escape, but just for the moment, Neptuno, the most violent Mercy in all of Overwatch League, will finish him eventually. This next push is really important because these spawns, they are going to get out from the terrible stagger spawn that happens on Gibraltar. To come in there, they're going to have to come in probably bottom right is where most teams are opting in, but they're going to go bottom left instead. Eats a volley! Dreamcasper down to Boombox. Who's the sniper here?
Yeah, that was a sick prediction play there from Boombox. Volley of blades, and now you're going to get EQO in here. There's the one, the dash and follow up. The Valve just barely keeping him alive. Kelix eventually gets caught by Fraggy. That'll end it. But there's still a chance here with so many alive. Neptuno's got the Valk out. He's going to be getting that chain healing going, and EQO reigns, well, definitely, partially, sort of supreme. I mean, EQO's just hanging out. You know who he's waiting for? These guys. He's going to be that guy, the party crasher, just holding the door, the bouncer, not letting him out. Trance is going to get used just to allow for Note. And while Striker to get out here and well, just try and put up a fight. Dreamcasper dancing on the edge. He's going to get hunted down here. And Carpe all the way and back looking for the shot. And sure enough, connects with Note.
Now Poco's still doing a little bit of damage, does get DMAC, but this is the spot I was talking about that is so difficult to even fight out here. They should be fighting on the right side of the cart away from the bubble so that Carpe can hit all of his shots. He's gonna get the finish over there. And what do you do about this? You do not have any bodies to set up here. Their best bet right now is just delay as best as possible, hope to get kills on the ground. Not gonna happen. Philadelphia will complete the map. It was so low. He comes in, takes all the glory. I'm not sour at Genji's on my team at all, but Carpe continues to hit nearly every shot he's taking.
Yeah, the man just doesn't miss. Dreamcasper has decided to swap off as well, so we will have the Genji in play here. Maybe some Genji on Genji action coming through. Oh, that was clever.
Also,
didn't quite work.
Also of note that overtime is in effect right now. As soon as they get off the cart, the map will end.
Exactly right. So this next fight is paramount here for Boston Uprising. They need to win it decisively, and they decide to fully commit into it. So Carpe now, he's got a wealth of targets to pick from. Trance is there, but he gets forced back. Dreamcasper with the big play, hunts him down. Backline is gone here for Philly Fusion. It's nothing but the tanks left here to keep it alive for just a little bit longer, but they will make no further progress. Boom.
Casper has given up the ghost on his Widow play. He's decided that he's not going to out-Widow Carpe. Sometimes Carpe is just feeling it. Neptuno dies swiftly again. That is 2 quick times.
So these kills are going right back and forth, but you're right, Kelix and, well, now we're losing the back lines here in these fights, and that could make things a bit dicey. Who's going to be hitting the shots? And, well, you've got Carpe still alive here, holding this long angle onto the point. Could get a bit dicey here if you're Boston Uprising, and that's going to allow for Fraggy to have the room to get back out here and start contesting as well.
He's got to be really careful, though. A really nice play on the cart, though, from No, not giving any sight lines. They're going to jump in with Winston, but damage-boosted Widow going to crack that shield very quickly.
All right, there's the sound barrier. That could give them a little bit more room for maneuverability. Never mind, Carpe gets a headshot on Gamsu. He's done with the monkey. He is tired of it. Fraggy, in the meantime, will find Kelix. Self-destruct going up as well as EQO goes to work, and there it is. Done and dusted. Philadelphia Fusion sweep the Boston Uprising.